The Year I Started Masturbating is a Swedish romantic comedy drama that follows Hanna, a woman in her early 30s whose life looks stable on the surface, but feels emotionally stagnant underneath. She has a steady job, a long-term boyfriend, and a routine that society considers successful. Yet Hanna feels disconnected from herself, unsure whether the life she is living truly belongs to her, or is simply the result of expectations she has followed without question. The story begins with a major emotional disruption when Hanna's boyfriend abruptly breaks up with her. This separation forces her to confront the fact that much of her identity has been built around being part of a couple. Suddenly alone, Hanna feels both lost and strangely relieved, as if the breakup has opened a door she was too afraid to push before. The film uses this moment as the starting point for her personal awakening. At the same time, Hannah's family life adds pressure to her internal conflict. Her mother is eager for her to settle down, have children, and live a conventional life. These expectations amplify Hannah's anxiety, making her feel as though time is running out. The film subtly explores how societal and familial pressures shape women's decisions, often pushing them away from their own desires. As Hanna navigates single life, she begins to explore her own body and sexuality in a way she never truly allowed herself to before. The title of the film refers less to a physical act and more to a symbolic reclaiming of control, pleasure, and self-knowledge. Through humor and awkward moments, the movie shows how Hanna starts listening to her own needs rather than suppressing them. Hanna also reconnects with old friends and forms new relationships that challenge her perspective. These interactions highlight how different people cope with adulthood, loneliness, and self-doubt. Some friends appear confident but are hiding their own fears, while others openly embrace unconventional lives. These contrasts help Hanna realize that there is no single correct path to happiness. A significant part of the film focuses on Hanna's fear of being alone. She initially tries to fill the emptiness with dating apps and casual encounters, hoping external validation will restore her confidence. However, these experiences often leave her feeling more confused, reinforcing the idea that self-worth cannot be borrowed from others. It must be discovered internally. Gradually, Hanna begins to reflect on her past choices and the patterns that led her to this point. She recognizes how often she prioritized comfort and approval over authenticity. The film treats this realization with warmth and humor, showing that growth does not come from dramatic transformations, but from small, honest moments of self-awareness. One of the film's strengths is its realistic portrayal of emotional growth. Hanna does not suddenly become fearless or perfectly self-assured. Instead, she learns to sit with discomfort, accept uncertainty, and acknowledge that confusion is a natural part of adulthood. This grounded approach makes her journey relatable and emotionally resonant. As the story approaches its conclusion, Hanna reaches a quiet but powerful sense of clarity. She does not necessarily have all the answers about love, career, or motherhood, but she feels more connected to herself than ever before. This self-connection becomes her true achievement, outweighing any external milestone society might measure. The Year I Started Masturbating ultimately is a film about self-discovery, autonomy, and the courage to question the life you are supposed to want. Through humor, vulnerability, and honest storytelling, it presents a modern portrait of a woman learning to choose herself. The movie leaves viewers with the reassuring message that it is never too late to start understanding who you truly are and what you genuinely desire.